Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're talking about why debt will ruin your future, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, unless, and I know a lot of you know what time it is around here, unless you buy assets that pay you. That's right, there's a difference between liabilities and assets. There's a difference between what some people consider assets and what we consider assets here in the SSN Nation. That's right, 2024, take over and welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again for being here. I know it's National Football Night, college playoffs, and I don't even know what the score is. I've been very, very busy. Takeover 2024. So somebody's going to have to let me know who won the game or if the game is still going. But please smash that like button and share the videos because you never know who's going to need to hear this information. There's a lot of people out here right this minute who is sweating about being able to buy a home because they think that that is an asset. Well, you may not have been paying attention to what the wealthy do. Yes, they do buy nice homes. They may not even live in them. But see, they have disposable income that means their passive income pays for that house that's sitting there vacant for 9 months out of the year. And they have income to pay for any properties that they have sitting around. That is the little trick that they never tell you, that little piece of nugget of information that you need to know. So if you have children, you have someone who's 18, 19, 20, and their first intuition is to, I need to get a house. Well, maybe not so fast. First thing you may need to get is assets that pay you. Use your great credit to get assets that pay you first. Then after that, then you can say, I'm going to get my house because you have the money coming in from assets. That is the way it should be done. That's what we've always talked about here. So tonight, we're going to go look at some debt. But let's see who's in the house tonight, because there's oftentimes some people here that are investors. There are people here that know about business. There's people here that know about a lot of things. So if you have questions, make sure you ask them in the chat room. This is the No Guru Zone. No barriers to entry. SSN Academy, SSN University, the No Guru Zone. We don't sell courses here. We do answer questions, though. We don't have webinars, but we do answer questions, though. And at zero cost. Why? Because we have assets that pay us. We don't need to charge you for courses. Because, you know, I never understood why a rich guy needs to charge people who could be using that money to buy assets. What you're doing is you're buying them assets. Think about it. Everything is freely available. You just got to look a little harder. Laverne Penix is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has that icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel, and I greatly appreciate all the support financially with members of the channel. So thank you so much, Laverne Penix. And he brings his tagline this evening. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, so do I. Thank you so much. I'm doing well. And he received a notification. Thank you so much. The first person tonight that has said that. I appreciate that greatly. And Laverne Penix is also known in this YouTube street as Mr. Cool. He's in the house. All right. George's Charles is here. He is another investor, another person that is very smart about gaining assets that pay us, just like Mr. Cole. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he too has that icon next to his name. And not only does he have his tagline that, hey, all, I smell money, but he's also an emerging millionaire. Check back in T minus 2.5 years. Why? Because he also said, let me go get some assets so I can have that passive income that pays me and pays for my liabilities, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, thank you so much for being here, George's Charles. And with the icon, I humbly appreciate your support, man. Very nice to see you. All right, here we are. Joe Nay, another investor extraordinaire, is in the house. My, oh my, it's always nice to have all of these like-minded people in the house who's out here buying assets, who's creating wealth. And Joe Nay is another one. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon next to his name. And he says, what's good, SSN fam? You know, Takeover 2024. I'll be flying tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, going back to Cali, going back to Cali. Got business to handle. Takeover 2024 is in effect. I got the notification, saw the trailer. Thank you so much. That's 2 people. And guess what? I smashed that like button. Thank you so much, Joe Nay. I appreciate that. I humbly appreciate that. And in fact, if I have my way, I might be seeing Oscar in the next few days. That's right, you guys. If you missed that live stream for InstaVid AI, oh yes, you guys, it's heating up. Oscar will be in SoCal. So I'm going to be in SoCal for a minute. So maybe I'll see him, but maybe I'll even stay longer because I promised you guys I might be riding my motorcycle down and from Northern Cal to Southern Cal, decked out. Maybe I'll go bike riding with him. So we'll see how this all turns out. You know, I can be anywhere on the planet when you have passive income, and that means assets pay you. I don't have to be here. I can be anywhere, actually. So if I stay in Cali a week, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, maybe I'll go back to DR for a minute. Who knows? But Whirlwind Tour begins. But first, business. And Joe Nay, he does business just like all the rest that have the icons next to their name. They also do. And here he says it. Michigan is leading 17-3 against Washington. Okay. Well, Washington had that free-flowing offense. Also, like our Laverne Penix, Washington has a quarterback with the last name of Penix, but only with 1 N instead of 2, I believe. So that guy is badass, but apparently badass is not enough when you play a team sport. And Michigan is nothing to be played with. And the fact they got past Alabama, that was a game. I saw that a little bit. And I'm not surprised at this score right here. There is a difference between, I guess Washington aren't they number 2? So I guess there's a difference. But Washington is not Alabama. That's for sure, at least in my eyes. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Washington can come back. They do have weapons. They do have offense. But do they have a good enough defense? That's the question, right? All right, let's go. James Way's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name, which I appreciate. And he says, hello, folks. Got notification again. Oh my, that's 3 people already. Thank you so much for that. Owning assets is financial freedom. Exactly. Keep buying till the rent ain't too damn high anymore. Exactly. Well said, James Way. Exactly. Get those assets so the rent is never too damn high. That is the actual deal. Too bad from the time you're 5 to the time you're 17, they're not telling you how to get assets, how the debt instruments work, so you can use debt for good or evil. What is good? Using debt to buy assets. What is evil? Using debt to buy liabilities that go down and is worth nothing. They want you to keep buying the evil debt, ladies and gentlemen. The wealthy buy the good debt, meaning they have acquired another asset that pays them money and pays for the loan that they got. Unlike that home that a lot of people buy. Straight out, that's your first purchase. I'm going to go buy a home and have a job. I qualify. 40% of my income gone. And you just think you put down 10 or 15 or 20% gone. And then you wait 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you go, I have all this equity in my house. Isn't it nice? At the Christmas party, at the New Year's Eve party, my house went up. I bought it for $700,000 10 years ago. My house is worth $1.2 million right now. Isn't that so nice? I know a lot of you have heard this sort of story before, but you see, this is a new year, a new era. There's some people that may not have seen the SSN Nation videos before. So you know what that means. We have to go to the Google calculator for mortgages because I have to go show people what exactly is going on while they're sitting there all proud and happy that they're a homeowner. So I just want to show something to you, ladies and gentlemen. This won't hurt just a bit because you have to start getting out of the matrix. And that's what we try to get you here, out of the matrix. So here we are. You are now by, okay, I'll use today's numbers. I don't like using this 7.8%, but we will. And I'll use my example that I used previously. I'm going to use this example. I'm going to go $700,000. Whoa. My goodness. Whoa. My goodness. But here's the first part. This is $5,000. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, I can make $120,000 for this. You are wrong. A lot of people are thinking, I can make $150,000. You are wrong. You have to make over $200,000 with a 7.5% interest rate. Are you paying attention? So they didn't put down how much you have to put down here as a down payment, but we'll just leave it fixed. What they don't have on this screen anymore, which is sad because I'm going to have to do something. Here is what this is going to amount to if this works out right. Yearly house, no, you can't qualify. Down payment, can't qualify. What is this? This is not working. This is not even the price. Purchase budget, 226. Yeah, this is, I don't know how to even read that. I don't even like this. But after you include taxes, and that's pretty cheap. Taxes are more than that. This is 20% down at $875,000. All right, fine. $6,100 per month. That is $72,000 per year. This is after you paid down $175,000 to have an IOU of $700,000. So you're out of pocket $175,000. Sure, you only owe $700,000, but now you're paying $72,000 per year. But sadly, that's not just it, ladies and gentlemen. That's not all. You're going to probably live in an HOA. You're going to probably have water, sewer, and garbage. You definitely are going to have that. You also are going to have maintenance and upkeep of your lawn, some sort of lawn care. And the things that everybody forgets about, what about your annual AC and heater checkup? What about the house is 15 years old and the AC went out and that cost you $10,000? You dismiss all of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to act like a newbie. I'm going to be like a newbie right now. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I got my whole new house. It's only 10 to 15 years old. It's beautiful. I love it. And I'm going to spend $72,000 per year to pay for it. That does mean I have to make over $200 and some odd thousand just to buy the house in the first place. So I'm happy. And I'm working like a dog to make it work because I didn't listen to Eric and the SSN Nation. I didn't go out here and get some assets to pay some of this for me. I'm still working hard. I'm a newbie. So then you realize you're at the Christmas party. You're at the New Year's party. You're the one saying, man, I got my house 5 years ago. I bought it for like $875,000. I put down $175,000. So that means I only have a $700,000 note. So I only owe $700,000. And it's worth 1.2, 1.25. The house over here is for sale for 1.25. In fact, somebody bought the house. It's under escrow. So my house is worth 500 and some thousand. And then, of course, you said, hold on, newbie. I'm from the SSN Nation. It's Takeover 2024. Let me heal you. Because did you just say you put down $175,000? Is that what you just got rid of $175,000, put in the black hole? But my house is only worth $700,000. I said, I know, but you could have been getting like $1,200 per month in passive income with that 175, maybe even more. But we'll just start with that. And they're like, what? What did you just say? Yes, you could have been getting at least $17,000 to $25,000 to $30,000 per year if you would have used that 175 and bought an asset or put it into an asset. Okay, but no worries. You're still okay. It's all right. You're a newbie. So in $700,000 you owed, you paid $72,000 a year for the last 5 years. I believe that's 350, 370, 380,000. So let me get this straight. You gave 175. You just paid another 350. How much is that? Oh, that's $550,000. Didn't you just say you have a loan for 700? You just paid 500 and some odd thousand. Isn't that 1.25 million? You paid for it. And then he says, oh no, Eric, I have equity. I said, you actually paid 500 and some thousand in the last 5 years. I understand you have equity, but what are you going to do now? You're going to have to keep paying even more money, but your house is going to go up. Don't worry. But all I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is does that sound like an asset to you? Because if he loses his job, that high paying job, gets laid off and works for Elon Musk, where he doesn't want to pay people that he lays off, even though they have a contract that says you owe millions of dollars if you lay this person off or fire them. I'm just saying. He has no money coming in. The bank is knocking at his door 90 to 120 days later saying, hey, man, it's default time. You're going to pay me up my money. And he's like, oh, man, my house is worth 1.3 million. What do you mean? I only owe like 600 G's. Yeah, well, you owe us. It's our house. And the newbie's like, what do you mean it's your house? We gave you a loan. You don't own jack crap. Unless, of course, you want to keep paying $70,000 a year times 30 years. Did you hear what I said, ladies and gentlemen? $70,000 a year times 30 years. Right, because you got to be an avid homeowner. That's what I was taught. That's where the wealth comes from. Let me do this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go with the calculator, shall we? This is why you need to have assets that pay you, because of this right here. Calculators don't lie. That's why I love math. 72,000. Let's see if we can get this up. 72,000. Nope, that's 720. 72,000 times 30. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you are quick at math and you already know this is 2 million, right? You already know 2.16 million. Yes, I know what you're saying. At the end of 30 years, Eric, I have a free and clear house. And Eric, my house, remember when we had that Christmas party back in 2023, and I said I was 5 years in, and you said I already paid 500 G's. My house should be worth 1.2. Now here it is, Eric. My house is free and clear, and it's worth 2.2. And I'm like, congratulations. Congratulations. It's 2053. Congratulations, man. But you do know you paid 2.16 for your house, right? And by the way, we live in this nice little gated community. We used to only pay $74 per month for HOAs. And that after that Christmas party, it went up to $184. And the following year, it went up to $250. And now you realize we paid thousands of dollars over the last 30 years for our HOAs. And then I say, hey, man, when you had to replace your AC unit, and that was $15,000 because you got the dual units upstairs, downstairs. Remember that? And you remember you had to mow your lawns or have lawn service. And remember how lawn service used to only be $100, $150, and now it's $350 over the last 5-6 years per month. Wait a minute. I paid way more than the $2 million. Yes, you did. And by the way, the bank got $2 million. All you have is a free and clear house that's worth $2 million that you paid over $2 million for. Does that sound like a good thing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to 2024, the Takeover Edition. SSN Nation, you buy assets. Don't get caught up in the matrix, because they have you at first. Because once you're caught up in that house situation where 30 to 40, 45% of your income is gone, it's hard for you at that point to invest. You have to be one of those ardent people. You have to say, hold on, I want to return on every little dollar. So you're scraping, living paycheck to paycheck, but you're saying, you know what? I'm going to put $50 over here. You know what? I'm going to put $100 over here on something that gives me a return on investment. It takes a lot more time. But from the get-go, if they would have taught us in school, and what I mean is 5 years old or 12th grade, if they would have said, get assets first, your credit is awesome when you're 18 years old, and how you can start a business when you're in 9th or 10th grade. This is how the Secretary of State website looks like. This is what we do. This is how you do it. So therefore, after 3 years, you're used to it. You're like, man, I already started me like 2 or 3 businesses. I got money coming in, and I'm using all those profits, buying me some assets that give me money back. And it's paying for this house that I'm going to buy. That would be the subject matter. But instead, they need consumers like you. I'd be willing to bet you they broke a record this year for the holidays for buying. I'd be willing to bet you. Retail, probably record. I haven't even looked yet. I was shocked that there was a record with Cyber Friday, Cyber Monday. I'm just like, how? 65% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck. How are we breaking records? This is ridiculous. We have those credit cards, though. Some more debt liabilities just ruining your life, because you start out with 0% interest for 1.5 years or 1 year. Then they give you 10% or 1% for 2 years or something. Next thing you know, that's over. You leave balances on your account. Next thing you know, you don't even realize you're paying 25%. because you're just paying minimum, because you're living paycheck to paycheck, because they got you, ladies and gentlemen. They got you. But see, we don't want that for you. You know how to get out the matrix? Start buying assets that pay you. Get your credit right as well, because you're going to need it. That's how you can speed up the process. But what if somebody says you don't need credit to get assets? Well, that's on a whole nother level. That's the dirty little secrets that nobody wants to talk about, because that's hard to achieve. You have to have credit as ordinary citizen. But what happens when you are at another level and all of a sudden you're at the Christmas party? Hey, this is Johnny. This is Derek. They have a private equity firm. We actually are interested in investing in businesses and loaning people money at X amount of dollars. In case you know somebody. Excellent. So now you're not at the $1.2 million house party. You don't have these friends. You have to do it the old-fashioned way. Earn it. But see, you're here in the SSN Nation in 2024. So just like the years before, I'll say it again. You find yourself some business, real estate, any asset that makes money, but you say, hey, I don't have the down payment to buy this. I don't have the credit to buy this, because, you know, I can't get a business loan because they're going to say, what's your personal credit? And I'm going to have to guarantee it with my personal credit. What if you know somebody that will give you millions of dollars? Well, ladies and gentlemen, no Lambos, no yachts, no jewelry. But I know somebody that you can get millions of dollars from if you have a business or asset that gives money back. And that's the only way they're going to give you money. Right? It has to make sense. Economic sense. So let's just say you're crazy. You found some badass apartment complex, like out in Phoenix. Wouldn't make sense though, but I'll just say out in Phoenix. What is it? 50-unit apartment complex. They want $10 million, right? And you say, man, they're only 80% occupied. It makes like $1 million. And the guys are like, well, it's $10 million. We want 11% interest, 12% interest only for 1 year. Then we want to cash out. We want our money back. We'll give you the 10 million, but unfortunately, the 11% means you owe me 1.1 million. So if the thing only makes 1 million or 1.1 million, I'm not comfortable. I'm not giving you a dime. Sorry. But you say, hold on. Actually, the revenue number is 1.4 at 80%. I'm mistaken. It was actually a 4 instead of a 1.1, and the numbers came back and everything is legitimate. It's 300,000 left over. 30,000, $25,000 a month goes in our pockets. Will you do it then? The guy might come back and say, well, did you say 80% occupied? Well, there's something. So in fact, what if you get another 10%? What is the occupancy rate in Phoenix? Well, the occupancy rate in Phoenix is 90%. You say, wait a minute, we got 10% more. That's an extra. Okay, we can possibly, okay, you might be able to get up to 1.4. Now we're talking 1.5. Now that's $400,000 or $500,000 profit for you. I don't even think that that's going to be an issue. How long are these leases? 1 year. How many people are on a 1 year, 1.5 or 2 year lease? Well, 70% of the people. Oh, that's good. And you think you can add another 10%, another 5 to 10 units? Yeah, it's in a desirable neighborhood. I think so. That means you can make more money? Yes. Okay, let's run the numbers. Numbers come back. We believe you. Here it is. We're going to give you the 1.1. And you say, hey, do I need any money down? They say, oh, no, hold on, man. We're giving you the 1.1. We're giving you the money down. You're good. You're all good. All you got to do is manage it. We going on about our business because we know this thing makes 300,000 or 400,000 more than what we're giving you every year. So there shouldn't be an issue, but we'll come down and check on it because remember, we're lien holders. We got to come check out our stuff because we really don't want this back. We want passive income. They're not sitting there asking you about your credit. They're going to be asking you, how do we know you can pull this off? And you best be saying, because the management company over here already does this, and I'm going to go in there and tweak this. And then they say they've been doing management for some years, and they go, okay, we agree with all that. Cool. As long as you're going to be out here, you'll be the front guy. You can go talk to them, but they running it. So when we call up, we're going to talk to them. You get to make the profit. We get to make profit. We're all happy. Everybody, see you. And there's your money. That's how simple it is, ladies and gentlemen. Really is that simple. You want to do something like this, 2024 takeover? Then I suggest you get my email, support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And if you have a project that has a return on money, and you may not have good credit, but the project makes sense to the guys that's going to give the loan, guess what? You're in. Has to make sense, though. You can't come with foolishness. Has to be legitimate. Certified public accountant has to approve of the numbers. So, you got to have sue somebody if this bogus. Then you got to make sure that they have their tax returns. That shows that that's what they paid in taxes on that profit and the revenue from the previous years, signed by a certified public accountant, because we got to sue somebody if these numbers aren't true. Long as numbers are legitimate, the lease agreement signed, management signs off on it, you sign off on it, everybody signs off on it, who's owners. Yep, that's the real number of people that's renting our place. The rent rolls are legitimate, because you never know, you might have to sue somebody if the numbers ain't right. So that is the keys right there to the car, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to go pay no guru $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 who owns a ranch and have horses and cars and all that in the driveway, then trying to tell you, give me 30 G's. Because we make money. We don't need your money. You need your money to buy assets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how do we start off the takeover 2024? Is that easy enough for you? Come on now, ladies and gentlemen, you can come along for the ride, or you can just sit back and relax and ask questions. But let's see where we're going with this tonight. All right, let's see James Way. I already saw what he had to say, but let's see it again, because I love what this says. Hello, folks. Got notification again. Owning assets is financial freedom. Keep buying till the rent ain't too damn high anymore. Exactly. That's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. And so what are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, this year? Well, some of you might know. Some of you might know because we sit on the edge, the precipice of new technology. And every now and then you run into geeks who are actually working on something. And some of you have joined me in the party of InstaVid AI. And I'm very happy and very proud about this. Oh, yeah, it's getting off the charts. Its launch date is coming in about 2 weeks. This is going to be sweet. If you don't know what instavidai.com is, well, it's going to have a myriad of applications because this thing is evolving into a monster. Something as simple as this. And let me give you guys something. I'm going to tell you something that just happened over the weekend, but let me see who else is in the house. All right. We have another investor extraordinaire, soon to be retiree. Not only has he been accumulating the assets, but now his retirement plan includes traveling to all the continents, wherever he wants to go. Why? Because he was putting in the work, ladies and gentlemen. Assets such as the stock market, assets such as crypto, assets such as real estate. Why? Renting them out, getting paid. That is what he's doing. And now he gets another check because he included his retirement check. So now assets, and he's getting paid so he can go anywhere his heart desires for the rest of his living days, and hope they're long and fruitful. And Victor Marrero, thank you so much for being in the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon next to his name. And he brings up that tagline, hello all, let's do this. We do this here every Monday. The SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, ladies and gentlemen, as it's rocking. And Victor Marrero says, stock market was on fire today. NASDAQ up 2%. S&P 500 returned with a vengeance after last week's fall. NVIDIA went vertical today to the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been going to the moon for the last year. And again, these are assets that he's talking about. That's the stock market. And I will say it again. I used to tell my friends, starting from the time I was a wee pup entrepreneur, at 11 years old, mowing lawns, what they call landscaping now, making money, making deals with people around, having a crew, doing all kind of crazy. Yes, you heard me, 11 years old. And I always said then, and I'm going to say it again. I always said, wherever and whatever the rich people invest in, you need to invest in it. 89% of the stock market is owned by the top 10% of the wealthiest in the world. So you should have been buying stocks, but see, they don't want to tell you that when you're growing up. They want to tell you, you go to school so you can work for somebody else, be management, be a supervisor, be a doctor even, get yourself in debt or die trying to be whatever you want to be, but it's going to cost you. And then you're already locked in the matrix because you have debt from school. You're getting paid not what you're worth in most areas of a degree. Some degrees come out hot already, but doctors, anything in the health field, you generally just don't go for 3 or 4 years, and it's ongoing training. So it's a never-ending battle that way. So once again, they have you pretty much. I'm just saying. So again, thank you so much, Victor Marrero, for being in the house and letting us know what is happening. NVIDIA, Joe Nay says is up. Get in where you fit in. That's exactly right. Make sure you go and smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And also make sure you go down below in the description box. And if you have not downloaded Robinhood, which is a brokerage account, you get your free stock from Robinhood. Now, I don't have Webull down there no more. Webull sent me a message going, hey, man, we don't have promo no more. I'm like, what? No promo anymore? What do you mean? Yeah, well, okay. Then c'est la vie. They got promos, but not for referral promos. They used to have referrals. I said, okay, fine. Sorry. This is Takeover 2024. Sorry. No love. Now, Robinhood still get loves because they give people free stocks without having to spend money. So there you go. All right. Just letting you guys know. Use the link down below. If you want to do this StreamYard live stream to several different social media accounts, it could be X. It could be, no, can't be Instagram. Could be Facebook. Could be, I'm missing a few. Let me see. Where are we going to? We're going to X, YouTube, Facebook, groups, pages, and I'm missing a few others. But just go sign up using the link down below. They give you 2 places you can go to for free. And at InstaVid AI, you better ask somebody. Joe Nay, congratulations, man. See, whenever we start talking about making money, you might want to hit up Oscar at info@InstaVid AI. You see that on the screen. It's all one word. InstaVidAI.com. Hit up Oscar, OG. Let them know you're part of SSN Nation. Put it in the tagline, the subject line. So that way you get the Mr. Wonderful deal, ladies and gentlemen. They're giving away equity for the early people that are in. Oh, and some of you were thinking, oh, I don't have $10,000. I don't have $50,000. I don't have $100,000. Hey, calm down now. You're part of SSN Nation. I don't care what it is. 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever you want to put in, because to each his own. Now, once they reach a certain level, I know what the level is. Once they reach that certain level, then after that, everybody has to be, it's a whole nother ball game. But here's the thing. Whoever puts money in now, you are under an equity situation that I love. First in, first out type of thing. Profits that come out, they're going to the early people that went in. So some of you would say, oh man, I don't really care. I put some money in, and a year later or 3 months later or 5 months later, all I get is like $10. I put in $1,000 and I am only going to get back 10% on my money, $100. Who cares about that? 10% is 10% within a year, right? That's pretty cool, but that's not the game. The game is this. Because you are here in the SSN Nation, because you are part of the SSN Nation, you get Mr. Wonderful deal. What's the Mr. Wonderful deal? You get a piece. Even though it's a small portion, you get equity. You put in more, you get more towards equity. But you get equity. What does that mean? Passive income, ladies and gentlemen. I give him $5,000. There's some profits that come out. So 1 month he sends me $1,000, let's say, because they have to give everybody the early ins. Everybody that has the Mr. Wonderful deal gets paid their money back, but we still hold equity. So now if all of a sudden the company blows up and there's $1 million profit and you get 1%, let's say that's 10 G's, you have a check for 10 G's coming. Oh, but did I mention it's not just one time? Let's just say another month goes by and they do $200,000, and what's 10%? Not much, but hey, nobody's not going to mind a check for 2 G's, all because you put in a little bit of money up front way back when. Because you're part of the SSN Nation, you have the Mr. Wonderful equity deal. That's right. We can only lead you to the water, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, it's a startup. 9 out of 10 startups fail, but I'm going to give you a story. What just happened this weekend? Because I told you guys I was dealing on something on Friday with the, oh, by the way, info@instavidai.com. Go put in the subject line, SSN Nation. Oscar will talk with you about it. And like I said, you should see it. Me and Oscar will probably be on the screen together next week. All right. Or no, this week, actually. I'll be in Cali in a couple days. What am I saying? I'm going to probably see him sometime this week. So in person. So we might even do something on screen. Nonetheless, all I'm going to say is go see info@instavidai.com. Put in the subject line, SSN Nation, Eric, whatever the case may be, so he knows that you get the Mr. Wonderful SSN Nation deal. You want to play with the big boys? You want a Bamba? It's Takeover 2024. We ain't even started yet. Here's the thing. Now, over the weekend, you guys know I've had stories. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a video right now. No, I'm not going to play a video. We were talking with some people that's going to Sundance Film Festival. In case you don't know, I do Airbnb. So people call me when there's Sundance Film Festival. I've been doing that for 10, 12 years. All right. All the hot spots. That's Park City, Utah right now. Coming up the 19th through, 19th through the 26th is the hot spot. Really, it starts the 18th and it generally ends like that Monday or Tuesday. And then after that, it's all people, coming to shows. But the hot spot is those first 4 days. All right. People are promoting their films and short films and trying to get some deals done where studios are going to buy their film and they make a profit. All that's happening, right? So now, and there's parties, yes, and there's all kind there, but hey, there's happening. So I'm talking with a person that's in the entertainment industry, and he starts talking about, I have 2 of my daughters, and they're both actresses, and I don't want them on TikTok, even though They're over 18. They can do whatever they want. But apparently they listen to their father's advice. They don't want to be on TikTok because they want to actually promote a product. And because they're, in Hollywood and things like that, they know people that are like models and famous and who have millions of people on their Instagram or social media platforms. But I don't want my daughters to be doing that. I said, oh, something is coming out by these geeks. This computer programmer, he's putting something together, kind of what you need for your daughters if they're going to do a product, because your daughters know superstars in the industry, in the entertainment industry, and they'll be spokespersons. So when they tell them they have a product and that, they say simple things like this. We have a product, ladies and gentlemen, and one of your favorite stars or favorite models or whatever uses it. What do you think? And they drop the name of the person. I said, you can do that on your phone, and your favorite friend, model, superstar can respond with their video that shows, yes, I actually use this product. Go out and buy it, ladies and gentlemen. Just those two videos loaded into InstaVid AI, and you let their people that follow them want to share it and everything, and they can make money. Oh yes, we're throwing in a little twist, SSN Nation style. Oh yeah, I'm part of the advisory team. All right, let's just put it that way. We got to have ordinary citizens making money, right? We can't have all the superstars making money. So if I'm going to share something, I want a little something if something sells, right? We're trying to put that in, implement that in. But we'll see if it's the fruition, if the guys in the background who program this stuff can make it work. But the point is, it's being blasted on all social media platforms by individuals, fans, because they do it anyhow. And I'm like, and he's like, are you kidding me? I said, oh, by the way, you can get a Mr. Wonderful deal. And it just so happens, oh, I better not say this part because somebody might know who I'm talking about. But I find out that there is actually, get this, ladies and gentlemen, I just find out this yesterday or the day before when they goes, we have this little industry fund, equity fund. I was like, no, I didn't know nothing about this. He's like, yeah, we got a little industry equity fund. So if this actually is what you say it is, we could actually do something like that, but we might put some money in. I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't know about none of this. So this is what's been happening over the last few days. The 2024 takeover is in effect. All because the guy, after we were doing business with real estate, he says, hey, man, I like the way you, because I just talk a little differently. He says, I like the way you talk. You must be doing something else. And I said, man, I just do some YouTube stuff, and I do some real estate stuff over in DR, and I'm doing some 2024 takeover, and I'm about to do some more things like a pseudo timeshare, right to use kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, I do this, and that. And I'm like, and then that's when we get to find out that his daughters has products and they don't really want to market it. And they're getting ready to go to some company that they're about to give their formulas to, have them do it, and they don't realize what it is. And so have to talk to them and let them know, hey, man, no. They're going to keep your formula because you're going to be in a co-op situation. They're going to say they're going to do everything. But when you say, I want to walk away or go somewhere else, they're going to tell you, you don't own the formulas to these products. We did it all. We marketed this for you, all that. So I was like, and you're going to get a certain split. So he's talking with them. But nonetheless, all I'm saying is, Takeover 2024. You want to be at the right place at the right time? Stay tuned. Smash that like button. In fact, subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell, and make sure you sign up for the email list at the very bottom of the description box. That's all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. See how simple this is? We make it easy for you. Credit, no problem. You don't need it. You want to get real estate in the Dominican Republic? No credit check, no qualifying. Nobody's stopping you. You just need 10% down. Then you got to make monthly payments at 0%. You're making those monthly payments to get your down payment going. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. Do you hear me yet? I know it's too hard to believe because it's this YouTube guy and he ain't asking for no money. It can't be real. See, that's the thing. Maybe I should tell you, hey, send me $10,000 and then we'll tell you what to do. No, better yet, man, I'll go get a ranch over here with horses and cars and tell you to give me 30,000 when you come to my place. Ross, come on now. Stop it. Stop it. All right, Brian P., welcome. Another investor extraordinaire. This man went off over the last 12 months. It started with a dream. He says, asked a question over a year ago. He says, hey, should I invest in this or go to real estate? And this man right here went off. What did he go off in? He went off and we're about to get disconnected. He went off in yieldmaxetfs.com. That's right, yieldmaxetfs.com. Those are dividend funds, ladies and gentlemen. And those dividend funds are no joke. They're distribution funds in reality based on profits that the ETF generates. And oh my, when you start talking about 50% returns, 40% return year over year, now you understand why this man quickly said, you know what? I'm going to get 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000 shares of TSLY. I'm like, what? He says, then he says, he makes a astounding announcement about a month and a half ago. He says, my goal is to get to 4,000 shares of TSLY. And you would think TSLY, it ranged from about $10 to $12. Right now, it might be $11.50. I don't know. It ranges. So you have to start doing the numbers. If you're going to have 4,000 shares, that means you're going to spend like 40 G's plus somewhere between 43 and 50. He has now reached his goal of 4,000 shares. And to give you an idea, this month right here, I believe the dividend, the guys will help me out in the chat room. It was either, well, it's coming up actually, but it's 50 cents or 55 cents. You guys can already do the math. This is how much in dividends he's getting in about 5 days. It's going to be somewhere like $2,200, I believe. Last month, it was about $2,800 or more. So in 2 months, because he's holding 4,000 shares, out of that $40-some thousand investment, he's gotten back $5,000 approximately in 2 months. And some people are like, wait, 6 more months, if that keeps up, that's 60 G's. See, he did the damn thing. He might have been living paycheck to paycheck because he was putting a lot of money into these stocks at YieldMax ETFs. And that's not all. So let's see what Mr. Investor Extraordinaire has to say. And again, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon next to his name. And he says, hello, Eric. I hope all is well with you. Yes, it is. It's been one whirlwind of a weekend. It's going great. Hello, SSN family. That's it. I got the notification and saw the trailer. That's only 3 people. If you want to get the notification and see the trailer, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. And very, very nice to see you, Brian P. And thank you so much for that email, because Brian P. sent me an email about this. We had a talk about beneficial owner information for LLCs, C Corps, S Corps, any corporation, or some places, even trusts. Some trusts sign up with Secretary of State. You might have to fill out a beneficial owner's information form for FinCEN, FINCEN, Financial Crimes Enforcement Unit of the DOJ Department. You guys don't mess with the DOJ. If you have an LLC, a C Corp, any business with an EIN and that was signed up through the Secretary of State, anything, you have to fill out a beneficial owner's information form. And in 2024, since we are here now, you start an LLC, you're a hot shot, you have 90 days to submit that BOI report, beneficial owners information report. Money laundering is going to be a thing of the past, because if you don't fill out that form within 90 days in 2024, they could potentially charge you $500 per day that you have not filled out that form. Up to $10,000. And not only that, you could go to 1 year in jail. How many hot shots out here now wants an LLC or a C Corp or an S Corp or any corporation at all, or partnerships? Because now your information is with the federal government, and I don't just mean any old information. They got your ID pictures. They got everything, because that's what you have to fill and send in to them. Pictures, paperwork. And you know, if you sign any paperwork with the government, that's under DOJ rule. And you mess around with the government, you're going to find yourself in jail 5, 10, 15 years, right? So you don't mess around with fraudulent activity, because they're going to come find your ass, even though you have it under a company name. Currently, they don't release the information to the public. So it's still, if you have a corporation and your name's not on it or whatever, that's fine. But if you don't fill out a beneficial owner information, you don't get to put in your company name. You have to use your name, your ID. They have to know everything about you so they can come touch you. So none of this hiding behind corporations anymore. 100,000 people apparently have filled out their BOI report already in the first week. Thank you for that article, by the way, Brian P. So again, this only means if you have an LLC prior to January 1st. So any LLC that was formed before December 31st, 2023, then you have 1 year to fill out a BOI report. 1 year. So you can wait till December 31st of 2024. Yeah, it's kind of weird how they did that. But if you start your LLC in 2024, you got 90 days. And what's worse, get this in your head. If you say, I'm not ready to start an LLC this year, but I'm going to start one in 2025, you have 30 days in 2025 to fill out that beneficial owner's information form. And if you don't get it in within 30 days, that's just part of the paperwork now. 90 days is pretty much part of paperwork. Forming an LLC in 2024, you might as well just fill out the beneficial owner's information at the same time and send it in. You might as well do it, because if you forget it, the penalty is ridiculous. $500 per day, up to $10,000. And then they could throw you in jail for 1 year. And you know, DOJ means DOJ. It's not a state crime, federal crime. All right. I'm just saying, now you can't play around. So it might as well just put, if you're starting a business, get that BOI report straight up. Don't play around, because if you forget to file that, it's heavy penalties for a startup business. All right. He saw the notification and the trailer. That's 5 people this evening. Thank you so much, Brian P. Mo Better is here, also with an icon next to his name. Another investor is here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Notice, but not all investors do the same thing. Some people do different things, but Mo Better's another investor. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to your name. And he says, what's up, E? Hey, man. Takeover 2024. That's the only thing. What's up? What's up, SSN Nation? We in the building. You got that right. Got the notification and smash that like button. Takeover 2024 hashtag. I love it. Thank you so much for that, Mo Better. Very, very nice to see you tonight. And Joe Nay, he says, I want to smash that like button again. Thank you so much, Joe Nay. That's right. Eric, did you hear about a new project in Punta Cana called Vistancia Caribe Residences? Units starting at $40K. Oh my, Mo Better. You know, Mo Better. The reason why they're 40K, the reason they have no balconies, no patios. Well, okay, bottom floor patios, but no balconies upstairs. At least it appears, unless it's off the living room, but none of the bedrooms. But here's the problem. It's past Larimar. It's past Cruise on Land. It's on that plateau in the middle of the field where there's jungle right now, field, farms, whatever you want to call it. It's out there. It's about 35 minutes from the airport. Not saying that's a far, it's kind of far, but it's past Larimar. But it's on that plateau. That's where it is. And they don't have that many amenities. Yes, I do know about it. Yes, I do. The price is awesome, though, right? I mean, for 40, 50 G's, I'm like, wait, hold on. But it's out there, and it doesn't have the necessary amenities that I feel that if you want to be out there. It won't be out there in about 7 years or 5 years, but it's out there if you look at today. But we don't look at today. You're buying today for profit later. You have to have a vision. So there's nothing wrong with buying out there, but it's a condo, a pool, a fitness. I don't think there's anything else. There's a kid's playground or whatever, maybe a pet park, but who cares about that? We want other things, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a shopping center out there. Why? Because Larimar is supposed to have a mall. So actually, people won't be too far away from shopping. Nightclub, bars, restaurant, Cruise on Land also, water park is going to be out there. So again, and man-made beaches along with Larimar and restaurant shops, all that. So it's not like it's really in the middle of nowhere. They're going to have places to go up the street. It just depends on how far they are away from Cruise on Land and Larimar. That's the $1 million question, right? But yeah, I heard about it. I'm not a fan, but I am a fan of the price. The prices, I have to admit, they're 2.5. What is it? 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath penthouse unit. I think it's only like 90,000, 97,000. It's only like 90,000. Crazy, right? Mo Better says it. George, what's up, big homie? Brian P. He says, hey, Eric, TSOY is paying 55 cents per share this month. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So him, 55 cents times 4,000 is 2,200, I believe, somewhere in that neighborhood. So that gives you an idea. I was right on the money, or pretty close. So for the last 2 months, the other month it was 60 some cents. So that made it even a little bit more in the twos. So again, he's gotten close to $5,000 in 2 months for all his hard work. And it's coming again next month. We just don't know if it's going to be 34 cents a share or 75 cents a share or $1 a share. But can you imagine if they issue something like 90 cents a share, which could happen? That would be insane. A $3,600 check. That's insane. I'm just saying. Insane. Puts himself in position, ladies and gentlemen. Riding the wave. Coiney is paying this month $2.69 per share. Oh my God. That's insane. That's ridiculous. I don't know. That's crazy. Oh, yes, that's another share, another stock by YieldMax ETFs. Thank you so much, Brian P., for teasing people even more. Now they know what to do. All right, here we go. I bought some Roblox. Why, Mo Better? 100 shares of Roblox. Tell me, why did you buy Roblox? Roblox came out the box at around $70 some when they did their startup. What was it, 2 years ago? And at that time, I was like, no, unless it drops to 74, 75, I think that was the number. And not only has it dropped to 74, 75, I think it's down to like maybe even in their 20s right now. But I'm interested in why you bought Roblox. Roblox doesn't give any dividends. I don't even know if they have the lead in what they're doing anymore, unless there's something new that happened. What they did have was a lot of people, a lot of the gamers, the kids, and a cross section of people that played their games. And, You could do in app purchases or in-game purchases. So it was a great concept. But 2 years later and 8-9 years later from developments, other people have games and in-game apps, and you can buy stuff and do things. And so very interesting that you would buy 100. So I want to hear from Mo. Hopefully he'll tell me, why did he buy RBLX? Let's go see. This is what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just curious myself what the price is, because I know what this, when it came out as a startup. Yeah, see, it's actually more than I thought. $42. And over the last 6 months, the range is 42, and it did drop down to 26 October, 25 in September, and then it started skyrocketing ever since September. Roblox shares plunge by 21%. That's interesting. But then it says that day. Oh, I see. Okay, I have something else in the background. I didn't realize I had information coming up that they put on the screen. So no, I don't know what happened today. But the price today, $42.20, no dividends whatsoever. I don't even know if they're profitable, but I'm not adept on Roblox. I did like them when they did come out because of where their position was. But over time, like, in fact, hold on a second. Let me go to the screen so everybody can see what we're talking about. Let me go pull this up. We talk about stocks, ladies and gentlemen, not just dividends. We'll talk about this too. We know a little bit about this. Like I said, I'm going to go back. 5 years should show me something. That should show me something. That should be enough right there. Let me know, Mo, better if you let me know why you bought the Roblox at the $42 level. Let me know. Okay, what happened? Where's oh, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna go look up at Roblox. Like I said, when they came out on the stock market, well, you'll see it right here when I go back 5 years, because they came out, what, 2 years ago? I can't remember exactly, but let's see. They came out, yeah, 20. Oh, wow, time flies. 3 years ago in March. So here it is. They came out. See, here it is, $70. So it popped to like, what was that? Yeah, okay, it might have went up to that. Then it came back down to earth a little bit, and that's when I was like, nah, I want it under 70. And here it went down to 70. That's it. But then it popped again, and then ever since December 31st, 2021, it's a slow road down, because more people, in my mind, also have more games have come out. Like when you're doing TikTok and you're putting a video on, a rendering comes, and it's usually not a rendering, but a game comes, and they're trying to get you to install it on your computer, and then you can buy stuff in app, just like what Roblox did. So I am curious why you would get Roblox at this juncture. It is 42. Why is that 42? That's interesting. Yeah, from here, it has risen $15. So maybe it's on the rise. Maybe something has happened. Mo Better might know something that he can share with us, or other people might be able to invest in this. What is the future of Roblox? 24 analysts offering 12-month price forecast have a median target of $48. So they're thinking it's going to go up roughly another almost 20% in 1 year. That's interesting. With a high estimate of 60 and a low estimate of 21. Not saying analysts are all right, but hey, if you're going to invest in this, you might as well start studying it. When people think that things are going to be positive, you have to look. This is part of buying assets that pay you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Yes. Let's see. Yes, Mo Money. George's Charles. Mo, what's this new project? Send me the brochure. Vistancia. It's out past Cruise on Land on the plateau. You can forget the amenities question if you're interested in amenities. It's 40 Gs, 60 Gs, 90 Gs, for a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath penthouse is roughly 90 G's. They do have a pool. They're limited amenities. I mean, a pool, a fitness room, limited amenities. That's all I remember. But it's on the plateau past Larimar, past Cruise on Land. It's out there. And they claim over 30 minutes from the airport, which for some, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, when everything's all built up, people won't be paying attention. But 30 some minutes, once you get past 30 minutes, it starts getting interesting. Let's just put it that way. 20 minutes, okay. 30 to 30. Once you get past, like somebody says it takes 40 minutes to get somewhere, well, that's a ways. Strong earnings last quarter. One of the top 3 metaverse stocks. This is true. So hold on. He says something here, though. Mo Better, what's this? Big time gaming stock. Are you saying Roblox is doing gaming now? That used to be a kid's thing. Let's go check this out. If this is true, then they would readjust what they're doing. That would be major. That would be major. Hold on a second. Stock. Gambling game? Now that would be major. Let's see. It's a game regarding the stock market game. Clears buy point on growing audience. December 13th. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I like that little aspect of it. Coming with the big boys. I like that. To diversify my portfolio. Nothing wrong with that. Diversification is key with an asset such as equity, such as stocks. Just trying to diversify. Yeah, no, I understand totally. Why not? Hey, I just want to hear because other people need to hear as well, because people look at stocks and why they buy stocks differently. Not everybody's the same. That's why there's so many thousands of stocks and people own them and they may never make money on them. And they feel based on information that the stock one day will do something or it'll respond a certain way because this is what they have done. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of investing. That's why people take chances on investments, startups, and things like that, because you're feeling if it works out, oh, we get to 10 times our money or 5 times our money in a shorter period of time than having to wait 20, 30 years. So there's nothing wrong with any of that. Mo's done his homework. I know how he is. I think the high 2 or 3 years ago was like 120. I don't know. It was definitely 100 for sure. And maybe it did go over because we never really know because of interday. They only do the opening or close numbers. So during the course of the day, it might have went up to 120 or 115, but it closed at 99 or closed at 105, or maybe it's closed at 120. But the fact of the matter is, you just never know, because I just looked at the stock. And I know for a fact the stock went under $70 and it was at $67, $66 intraday, but I didn't see anything under $70 on their whole graph. So that is weird. From back here, I'm referring to when they first came out. So here we go, 67.90. There's the day. That's it. So there it is. That did close at 67. Something. So I knew it did that, and that's when the buy time was in effect. But as it turns out, the stock has dropped to 25% less than when it first came out on the IPO and went up here. Here it is, 120. He's right. There it is, 134 actually. 134, November 19th. So you can imagine people buying at the 120 level, 134 level, and it's down to 42 at this point. Man, that dollar cost averaging down should have been a real thing. Or take the L and do a tax write-off. But nonetheless, it pretty much already, well, it never went below 26-ish or so. 27, and it's pretty much been going sideways, and now it's back up to 40 something. So he says there's some sort of gambling. I say that's a good move, because otherwise it was looked at as a kiddie stock as far as I'm concerned. And it's a gaming stock, and there's so many games now, it's ridiculous. So you're not going to stay with the market share that you once had. So that's pretty cool. All right, Victor. Mo Better. Thank you so much, man. Okay, I'm not going to make this too long tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because once again, why debt will ruin your future unless you buy assets. There's another reason why debt's going to ruin your future. I tapped on it early on, and that early part is because our works on credit. So most people, instead of using credit cards, so those 40-year mortgages, you're locked for 40 years. That's incredible. I can't even imagine having a 40-year note, let alone I can't even imagine having a 30-year note, quite frankly. But the fact of the matter is, you are going to have to figure out what you're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to be caught in the matrix with the credit cards. You're locked because 25, 27, 30% is just crazy. You'll never be able to pay it back by doing minimums. So the idea is you have to be disciplined. You pretty much have to say, you know what? I'm going to use my credit card instead of using my debit card. So every time I go to the grocery store, use my credit card, get my cash back, get my air miles, get the benefits, the rewards. So then you're getting money back. Then you just go home. In this day and age, it's even easier. You just go home and just take the money out of your account and pay it. You did two things. You keep your credit card clear, but it shows activity. And at the same time, you're actually making sure your credit is top notch. And you're getting perks from the rewards. So when the guys go to Sundance, I got to use my Amex. I got to use my Amex. I'm like, okay, I know why you're using the Amex. A lot of people don't realize, but they have air miles. So when somebody's spending thousands of dollars, they get a lot of air miles. So then they can just jump on planes, go wherever they want. We've talked about this a few years back. This is what you do, ladies and gentlemen. And then you pay the card off. You don't do minimums, because then you're paying that for a lifetime. You can't never pay it if you do minimums. And then when you really need an emergency, then you don't for protection. And then when you get home, you pay it off. And that way you always are paying on time. You don't keep a high limit. You don't keep a limit at all. And at the same time, what do? You actually are getting rewards. All right. I didn't even realize I started using one card that I rarely use recently. And all of a sudden I was like, wait, this card gives rewards? I was like, hold on, what's this? Because I went in online to make a payment and I was like, what's these rewards in my account? I didn't do anything. I'm just like, oh, damn. I went to the grocery store and they're giving me rewards, money back. I was like, oh, this is nice. I got to remember this. I got to break this card out now every time, because I go to that grocery store all the time, but I used another card that doesn't give rewards on it. And I find out this card gives me rewards at the store. I'm like, okay, this comes in rotation now. Changes up, comes in handy. So we will see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I know, Brian P. Whenever we start talking about yield max, ETFs, and dividends, we always get frozen. Hey, Eric, you were freezing up. Thank you so much, man. So notice we got out from talking with that. Now, let's go here. Everybody who's here, please smash the like button. Why? So the YouTube gods know that we're here, because they don't love us. They don't even like us. They're trying to bury us, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't matter. It's still Takeover 2024, and it has nothing to do with YouTube, podcasts, or anybody else. It's in real life. We're taking over. All right, let's go. Now, I guess it's time for a little break. I need a little bit of water. and I got to do some packing and things. Leaving, I should be. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to chill out in Vegas for a minute. Yeah, maybe I should go over there for a second too. We'll be. I think we're going to hang out over there for a minute. All right, let's go play a little video. Let's see which one. I think I'll do. Speaking of Sundance, a brief one. Let's go.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can have fun for life, do it. But you're going to need those assets to help you do it. So there you go. Gives you a little idea, some little inspiration for some other people. Hey, I got to go do that. That's right. Get out there, have a little fun, but you need some assets that pay you because you never know what's going on. All right. So I have a lot of things. People are trying to book things like right now. This is crazy. All right. So we will see what happens. But nonetheless, we're going to wrap this up actually a little early, like I said, because it's West Coast bound. And oh, yes, there's going to be more. Remember, May 9th through the 16th, it's not available yet to get tickets. But hopefully we will see, you may see one of the artists. Yes, I will be with one of the artists. I got to talk to him. I got to see if he's going to come. I'm going to see him in person. And you'll see him. If he's going to be there, then you'll see him on either Friday night's live stream or Wednesday night live stream. So stay tuned for that. One of the artists is going to be there. So we'll have him on screen to say, yes, I'm coming. All right. And then next week, you guys know Sean Rayford will come on screen and he'll be there and he'll be saying, I'm coming. And then hopefully I'm going to get the third artist and they'll be saying, I'm coming. Okay. In the next 2 weeks, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. The SSN Nation Music, Real Estate, Investor, and Business Forum is going to be off the charts May 9th through the 16th. But the 9th, special afternoon, late evening event. Then the party starts with the artist on Friday, a group on Friday, a group on Saturday afternoon. Gonna have a little special thing going on. Then Monday, it's all about business now. Starting a business, getting bank accounts, talking to developers, talking to real estate professionals, getting in touch with the banks, getting the lawyers. That's right. Getting the lawyers that matter, that can start your own business in the DR. You want that? We got that. You want to get residency? You want that? Any lawyer can help you handle that, but we got two of the best. So all I'm saying is you're not going to want to miss it, but no tickets. I wanted tickets to be out, but we're changing the websites. SSN Lifestyle, new website. Stop Struggling Now, new website. Haven't been in effect yet. They are being programmed by professionals this time. That's right. Upgrade, ladies and gentlemen, for the takeover 2024. And oh, by the way, I can't believe what I'm working on right now, so I'm gonna have to give you guys a little heads up. I'm getting teased right now in the Dominican Republic for a villa that's 190 square meters. 190 square meters is roughly almost 2,100 square feet. But these guys are talking crazy. Cool design, and they're thinking 250,000. I'm just like, that's a hell of a great price. We're a little over $100 per square foot, but it's about 120, 100 and yeah, it's about $120 per square foot. I haven't done the math yet, but that's inexpensive. That's $1,200 a square meter. That's crazy. That's really good. So, oh, and here's the kicker for everybody that's been paying attention over the last 4 years and they know about Vistacana. It's going to be inside Vistacana. 250, 2,100 square feet. Premium interior. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's discussions. They're asking, yes. Eric, what do you think about this design? I'm like, hold up now. I'm going to tell you exactly the design to be making. If you want to be inside Vistacana and you're only going to charge $250, open floor plan, straight up. Living room, dining room, open floor plan. Each bedroom has its own bathroom. En suite, that other calls it. Now, if you're going to do that with a 2,100 square foot and have walk-in closets as well, I don't know how you're going to do it. But if you get approval and you can design this thing that way, I'm like, hold up a second. I want in. Takeover 2024 is in effect, ladies and gentlemen, because I will be selling that with my company once it's approved. You got that right. Inside Vistacana for less than $300,000 for a 2,100 square foot villa. Oh, and for Mo Better's sake, there's one little thing. They go, oh yeah, it's only going to have a 1 meter easement each side. And I was like, no, no 3 feet easement, 6 feet apart. These nice villas. No. At least get 15 to 20 feet if you can. This 3 feet and 6 feet stuff. No. You want to do it right? Then you better be coming with 11, 12-foot ceilings as well. That's right. Not 8, not 9, not even 10. Go 11 or 12. Gives you an open, airy feeling. Minimum. Now we can talk. Where's the architect at? Because the architect has to get this done. We're having discussions, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going down. It's going down. Takeover 2024. And yes, that will be part of the promotional things for the SSN Lifestyle SRL in the Dominican Republic and United States. It's going down. Takeover 2024. Builders, developers. Oh, yeah, they're your friends. They're our friends. And don't start building things for $120 per square meter. Don't even tease like this. Inside Vistacana, you know how much a 1,500 square foot place is going from Villa Promise? Those things are selling for $350,000 to $375,000. 1,500 square feet. Do you understand the markup that's going to happen? They're not going to sell for $250,000. We're not. No. There's a play. If we start doing $250,000, you can be at $275,000. You can be at $300,000 real easy inside Vistacana. Come on. All right. It's not 2,500 or 4,000 square feet, but think about this. At $120 per square foot, even if you decided to do 2,500, even if you said 3,000, that's $460,000. If you put a 3,000 square foot house inside Vistacana, that house is worth more than $360,000. A 1,500 square foot house is worth $350,000. How do we know? Because we have people in here that bought a 1,500 square foot house for $150,000, $167,000, $69,000, and they're worth $350,000. So you're going to put in a 3,000 square foot house, twice as big as theirs, and you think it's not going to be worth $460,000? Yes, it's going to be worth $460,000. It's going to be worth $700,000. Geez, come on now, wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Again, how do we get people in the game? This is how we get you in the game. You want assets, you buy in early, and you have $300,000 equity. and you can rent it out for 300, 400 a night. Come on. Come on. 60% occupancy, we'll go down to 50. Here we go. Let's go to the math, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? And then we'll get out of here. I always like math. It's always beautiful. Calculator. Google. Let's go. So we will do $400 per night. I think we can. Oh, hold on a second. Let me see if we have you on screen. Oh, it's on screen now. Okay. So, okay. 400 times 15. Let's see if this can work out. 6,000 times 600 times 72,000 divided by 460,000. Let's see. What's our numbers? Oh, 15.65. I'm liking this better and better. You think you can get $400 a night inside Vista Cana with the 2 man-made beaches, the equestrian center, the walking trails and biking trails, the sports complex with the skateboard park, a pool, a tennis court, a pickleball court, a basketball court, a rock climbing on the side of the building, soccer field with stands, and a sports bar in Delhi? Do you think that second man-made beach with its own beach club as well? So there's 2 beach clubs that have a fitness center, a cafe, restaurant, cigar lounge, children's pool, and saltwater man-made beach, 2 of them. You can't get $400 per night for a 3,000 square foot villa? I think you can. I think you can. And especially if you have a lot where their neighbor isn't just freaking 6 or 8 feet away. They're like freaking 15 feet away, like they should be. Right? So it's possible. It's doable. Let me know what you guys think. That's 50% occupancy inside one of the best projects. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up tonight. I want to thank everybody for being here. I will see you on Wednesday night at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I love you guys very much. I appreciate your support over all these years. So once again, I will shout out to our own Professor Auntie Val, because we got to support those who do business. Beachfrontjava.com. Beachfrontjava.com. If you love coffee and tea, whole beans, fine ground, drip ground, Keurig, and she has tea now. So go show some love by ordering. Free shipping in the United States. Beachfront Java. Go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Peruse down below in the description box. And there's some things down there that can help you out. Like if you want to start YouTube, if you want to start StreamYard, you should have TubeBuddy at least. You can have vidIQ as well. And you could have use these tools. They help you make thumbnails. They help you with titles. They have certain things that can help you out along the way when you first start out. So all of that comes into play. Please use the links down below and the social media. If you want to get involved with that, go see InstaVid AI beta. Sign up right now so you'll be able to test it before the 20th comes out at no charge. You'll see somewhat of what it could be. And then all of a sudden, you might come up with a plan how to utilize it. All right? Just keep that in mind. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the support. All right? And make sure you stay out of trouble, because it's always going to be hard, because the more people that live paycheck to paycheck, the more people that have nothing, everybody becomes a threat at that point. So make sure you keep your head up. Stay safe, keep moving, and I'm out.